All right. All right. So today, I have a few announcements first. Let's get up here. So you guys remember, you guys do have your test on Tuesday. Don't forget that. All right. Um, Tomorrow, please bring your iPad charged. If you do not have your iPad charged, you'll be sitting up here taking your test with me. So, all right. So what we're gonna be doing this week is today we're gonna talk about your assignment to the autopsy assignment of an empire. We're gonna go over like the different aspects of an empire. Tomorrow you have your test. Wednesday you'll be able to work on this again, and then Thursday you're gonna turn this in, and then we're gonna do a little gallery walk thing. It's kind of a gallery walk. It's not really like a gallery walk you're used to. It's all online, since we can't really be moving a lot in class and working in groups. So. All right, let's go to it. So this is your assignment, basically, we're going to be doing. Let me get to it real quick. All right, let's start this. What is an autopsy? What is, when you do an autopsy, what exactly is that? Yes, sir. So you're dissecting something, so you're finding the dead body to see what happened to it or anything else? Okay. What else? What else do you do in an autopsy? You learn. You learn about maybe the way they died or something like that, right? What do they, when you watch like a TV show, like CSI or something like that, what do they use an autopsy to do?
Figure out the murder.
Okay, so how they got murdered, right? Maybe did they get stabbed? Did they get shot? They try to find things in their fingernails and their hair just to find ideas on what happened exactly. So that's kind of what we're doing with this civilization autopsy. What it is exactly is what we're gonna go through it. There's different parts of the body that mean something that are important. So what do you think the head means? If you're gonna look at an empire, but you're gonna use our body as an example, what do you think the head means?
The head of everything.
So the leader, right? Like I heard somebody say leader. So yeah, the head of everything. So that person that's, the person that does everything for like the government and everything like that. All right. So what about your hands? What do you do with your hands?
Workers.
You work with your hands, right? So there's art, there's architectures, there's technology, things like that. Good. What about your legs? What do your legs do for you? They transport you. It's your labor. It's your system. It's what makes everything work, right? If you didn't have legs, it's kind of hard to move around, right? For the empire, if you don't have a labor system to support the rest of your body, it's hard to do things, right? Then your spine. What do you think your spine is? The backbone. So like your political structure. What's keeping the structure running? Good. What about your ribs?
Protection.
Okay, that's a good one. So so your ribs are your social infrastructure. Anybody know what infrastructure is? We're talking about infrastructure. What are we talking about? What do we drive on every day?
I don't know how to explain.
We'll get to beliefs and roots. That's a good guess. We'll get there. What do we drive on every day? Roads, right? So what's in the center of town? The town hall. So your infrastructure is your public utilities, right? Things you use, your sewage, your water, these things that are necessary for life. So in our case, we're doing social infrastructure. What makes up the culture? What makes up the social classes? What was something we talked about last week that was a social structure? Religion is one, yes. What else? We talked about it as in a pyramid. The caste system. So they have a social system. They have a caste system. They have a hierarchy. They have a king. They have our modern day interpretation was what? We all love this. We all use it all the time too. Money, right? We're split up based by money. So we have a upper middle class, upper class, lower class, poverty. So we have a social system that's and a social infrastructure that we navigate. All right. What do you think the heart's for? What do you do with your heart? Like, the hypothetical thing you do with your heart. Love, right? So religious, your beliefs, the things you believe in. So your heart is the religious beliefs, and the on top of the religious beliefs, you can think of like Confucianism, like philosophies also. Like what do they believe in? All right. What do you think the pen is? It's not a body part, but you know it's important.
What?
The pen. If you're gonna have a pen.
Communication.
Communication. Good.
Oh.
Yeah. So a pen. P E.
I thought you meant like as an animal.
Oh no. Pen. Pen. Like a marker or something like that. So you have. That's good. We have communication. What else? What do you use to do with the pen? Writing. P. Sign contracts. What about writing books? So literature, right? Philosophy. Yeah, exactly. So that's what your pen's for. What about the feet? What do you think your feet is? It gets you places. Army. Maybe what about trade routes? You gotta walk, right, to get trade routes. So that's what your feet are. So we're gonna go. That's kind of what we're gonna do today. So you're making a person. So with this person, you're gonna describe these different aspects. With this, the idea of this is just describing different aspects of the empire that we're gonna be going over. All right, everybody get you an understanding what we're going over. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys all a number. Remember your number. All right, that's what empire you get. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Everybody have their number? Everybody remember their number. All right. So based on your number, everybody get out their iPad or like a phone, and remember that link that we sent first. One of those icons. It's Freemanpedia. That's what we're gonna go to. All right. Four. Yes, sir. Everybody make it to Freedompedia. Everybody getting there? Did you leave your iPad? Yeah, I can grab it.
Remember, you should have your bubble that you created at the beginning of the year. It says World History. There's 3 deals on it. One of them is Freedompedia.
All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. All right, so I'm gonna walk you through it. So we're gonna go to RIP AP World History, and then go to the Classical Era. Talk about the Classical Era a little bit, which is like 600 BC to about 600 BCE. All right, I mean CE. Sorry.
What is CE?
Common Era, and then BCE is before Common Era. All right. So, based on your number, if you're number 1, you get the Persian Empire. You're number 2, you got classical China. So go to RIP AP World History. Go to classical, and click it. All right, everybody click it, and then scroll down to. We're gonna pass the religion part of it. Keep scrolling to 2.2. All right, with the Nintendo font. All right, and so you have 1 is Persian, 2 is classical China, 3 is classical India, 4 is Mediterranean, and then 5 is classical Americas. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna go through here. You're gonna do some research. So you're gonna answer those questions. So you have some examples of what these look like, right? Around the room, you can look at them. So, but right now, I would not suggest working on your drawing. You want to work on your research, because you can't think of this like a paper. If you write a paper, you can't write the paper without doing the research, right? No, I mean, it wouldn't make any sense. You just have a bunch of random words everywhere. So you're gonna do the research first. There's this little system right here you need to go through. So take and find your number. That's what we're doing right now. So everybody knows their number. Everybody can get an idea where they're at. All right. So you're gonna begin the research. So I'm gonna click on the Mediterranean, right? So if you look at it, so there's different stuff in here. So there's Greek city-states, There's Alexander the Great's empire. There's the Roman Empire. So for this one, you kind of see there's different areas. All right. What I would suggest is that, so these links are gonna send you to Wikipedia. Wikipedia is a starting point. Do not get all your information there because anybody can go on Wikipedia and change things. There's different websites like Britannia, history, anything that has, most things that have edu, or if it's like a museum, I could suggest that. But try not to get all your information from Wikipedia. All right. Any questions? No? You guys all got it? All right. You want to go back here. So for number one, all right, you have to say, okay, what does the head mean? So if you look right here, they do, let me get a good one. So they have the brain. So they have the head, and then they have information, right? So that's what we're going to do. You have your head, write down some information about it, answer the question. Who's a significant leader for them? What are their accomplishments? Hands, what type of art do they have? Their architecture and their technology, all right? Does that make sense? All right. And if you need help finding any leaders or like an empire, let me know. I can help you with that. Yes, it is. It is all on your campus. All right. But I would not start working on your picture now. I'd work on your research. It makes it a lot easier once you actually start on your picture. All right. You're all free to start working.
Go with the checklist with them.
Yes.
I just missed the whole thing. Oh, yeah. Hey, I'll tell you. But do your research. Read through it.
This year's different than all of them. So even if you miss that, you technically can go back and watch it on Zoom and see exactly what it is.
So can I get y'all a picture? You do it every day. You have today, you have at home tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday we're posting everything.
So test is tomorrow, right?
Test is tomorrow. Everybody look. Yeah. Real quick up here. So there's two parts to this. There's a part one and then there's part two. So part two due on the back of the paper, all right? And this is going to be like what led to the decline of the empire, what weakened it, that type of things, all right? Yes, sir.
If you do want some computer paper to actually do your project on, you're welcome to take some of these. Whenever you do it, whenever you actually draw it, do stuff on it.
So is there a certain thing?
And you just gave us the thing to do on the number.
You'll get a.
If you want some computer paper, there's some computer paper right there.
That's not right now, just get it off there. Yeah, that's what you want to do. Yes, ma'am. No, it's gonna be on the paper, like probably about 15.
No, it's flooding and gross.
So if there are multiple leaders,
So who do you have?
India,
So near it.
For that head, you're gonna have your
So right now, let's
If
do
you're
that.
just write down.
Who do you have?
As soon as I got that, I was at least one of them.
So take away the talk about the dirt on the street.
So weird.
That's why we're.
Yeah,
We're in here for.
I'm sorry, I can do
Are we out here?
So you have,
Y'all also need to make sure, if you're a JV blue player, you're gonna trade out your jersey. You wear for practice, or like a gray mesh jersey, so that way all the colors match up and all that good stuff. So y'all need to make sure you turn your practice jerseys to get different practice. Y'all do that to you. You offensive guys, you're in blue jersey. Don't be a blue jersey. Varsity do be a white jersey. JV blue will be a gray jersey. Y'all be a that way everybody's gonna get the one. So, who's who is cross over. Okay, so we're right here. First team, offense, 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 offense. For this 15 minutes. So you'll flip, and you'll defense, and then you'll learn defense for 15 minutes. So you will learn offense, offense, offense. So it's just like, if the coach tells you that you're going to cross over, everybody else keeps working offense. And then you just join in those dudes. And they're like, what you're supposed to do.
Got all mad about it, and I was like, sorry, y'all look like a plan.
Okay, so who do you have?
I mean, they were not, it's so small.
You can have, you have 3 options. You have City State era,
Okay, then once I
you have Alton of the Great. We
So my only one.
two sides of it. There's one Roman Empire that was public, there's a Roman Empire that was actually empire. Okay, Alton.
Yeah,
Ted would be Alton of the Great, and talk about his empire. By answering this question, and you know.
Like, if my parents, only if my parents.
You got it. You got three. I have one. There's one. You got a butchie? Then I see it. I don't know. Oh, yeah.
No, we're good.
We just need a.
So, like, yeah, we're good. I'm good.
We have a hard time getting on with that.
When is this due?
This is due Thursday. We already said that when you were talking.
Sorry, I didn't hear
So
you.
this is due Thursday. You have today to work on it. You have tomorrow at home, and then you have Wednesday to work on it.
You're gonna do the Roman Empire.
And then Thursday we're gonna.
The number 0 is existed by God's hand.
So the Roman Empire was like that.
Technically not, but because it wasn't
Well,
so.
like,
So the best way I would so that would be era. You could even do this.
So,
Just we say things, we talk about massive zoning conquest or right? Which is out there. This is still, yeah, this is plus, it's still out there.
I've seen posts like that. I think there's
There's the arrow where they public, and the actually can't
I was just imagining you trying.
So this is like the Empire of like Augustus,
Just imagine how much
some
harder.
people like that, Nero, closing up people like that.
I have the American.
Yeah, nobody wanted to do it.
I mean, I'll take that as a trade.
What?
I sure would love to. I'll get the thing for you.
Alright, so you have elements.
A little bit.
Also.
She takes the bat, a lead of that.
See, I lost the page that told me what I need. Oh, wait, increase that.
There's only 3 cents on here. That's the start of your research.
So I would just like take like.
Yeah, so there's the
I'm definitely gonna get help.
You can also click on specific people.
Okay.
stuff that's on there.
Emails
Emails are on there.
This thing is wearing me out.
I think we should do this in groups.
We used to have 3 people in a group. It was a really nice, huge project, but thanks, COVID. It's 49. You got 24 minutes left.
Holy
Why are
crap.
you
Stop.
doing
You're
that?
so freaking annoying.
Trying to commercial sell Chick-fil-A sauce. I know one
Put
guy
a
that
bug down my shirt.
Yeah, you cannot believe.
You bought it, Butcher? I will.
You did not.
Another guy's gonna be Coach Kimball.
About me.
He went back inside of Chick-fil-A one time. All
It
fired
really
up.
roasted.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
man.
does.
Because they didn't
You
wear
just told them they were short.
No,
I got
it
Chick-fil-A.
was more than their clothes. I was like, it was so weird.
You would have roasted them so bad. You would have
It was funny.
Oh, those smooth things.
I think I told them they were short. Is that
Y'all
something?
should have known.
I wouldn't have said anything.
Most of your research is not verbal research, so make sure that your research and your time spent is time spent in class. So if you turn around on Thursday and you're like, look, I have enough time to do this. You got an hour and a half in class to do it. So make sure you're using your time wisely.
Can you see the mouth? That's my guy's name.
So what are they doing today in athletics?
Still going on right there. Yep. Delete that recording.